Welcome to the special edition of the podcast series, Regional Mentor Interview by Vinod Tiwari, where you will discover true motivational stories of India. To represent 34 states and 722 districts of India, there is only 90 regional mentor of change and around 5,000 plus mentor of change who are associated with the flagship initiative of Atal Tinkering Lab by Atal Innovation Mission, NITI Aayog. These intellectuals and experts have been selected for mentoring to 7,200 schools across India, where approx 5 million students are benefited directly, with a vision to cultivate 1 million children in India as narrate innovators. Mr. Vinod, the host of the show, is also a regional mentor of change for Gujarat State, a best-selling author, international speaker, engineering director, an influencer, solar expert awardee, a strategic thinker, and has been referred to as a magician of words. He is truly a professor of success principles from the University of Life. In this podcast, he is going to interview one of the important regional mentors to learn about his journey, accomplishments, and ATL success till date. It would be definitely quite informative and motivating for all of us. Enjoy, and you can thank us later.
Hello and namaste and good evening. I'm honored to welcome each one of you to the one and only podcast show for students from all over India who are associated with Atal Tinkering Lab and those who wish to get engaged with the flagship initiative by Atal Innovation Mission, NITI Aayog.
Welcome to the special edition of the podcast series, Regional Mentor Interview by Vinod Tiwari, where you will discover true motivational stories of India.
This episode is sponsored by rkswealth.com, a fastest growing company promises to be your partner into the journey of financial freedom. So you might be thinking that who are the regional mentors and who are the mentor of change? Let me just explain. To maximize the input of the Atal Tinkering Lab, Mentor of Change program is envisaged to be the largest formal volunteer network in India. Mentor of Change is aimed at engaging leaders, industry community professionals, brilliant technocrats, entrepreneurs who can guide and mentor young students in these labs for their neighboring schools to be as a role model for young innovators. After competitive rounds of the selections and reviews, top mentors from all over India has been identified and selected to take extra responsibility of their respective states. So approximately 91 regional mentor of change has been selected in 2 batches from existence of 5,000 plus mentor of change across the nation. So we are going to interview all of the regional mentor of change on an alphabetical basis and batchwise. So here in episode number 1, I would like to invite Mr. Akhil Damodaran, the regional mentor of change from Uttarakhand. Welcome Akhil to the show. So here's my first question to you. Can you please brief about you and your achievements so far till 2021?
So thanks for inviting me for this podcast. So as per your question, my name is Akhil Damodaran and I have a BTech in electronics instrumentation. I did my PG in management from IIT Delhi, and then I did my certificate in competition law from National Law University Delhi. And I'm supposed to complete my PhD soon, this year, from University of Petroleum Energy Studies, and I'm working as a assistant professor in the area of strategy in School of Business UPS, University of Petroleum Energy Studies. I have total 12 years of experience, and I have worked for telecommunications, IT, and now I'm working for academics for past 6 years. So my achievements, if I want to quote it, what my achievement is, I'm the co-creator of AeroOpt. AeroOpt is India's aviation optimization solution, which is one of the first solution to be made completely made in India. And at the same time, I'm also the co-creator of Smart P Chain, the first public-private partnership framework on blockchain. So from this you can understand that I have to be technology interest, to be very honest. And I'm also regional mentor of change since 2020 for Uttarakhand region. So if I if I want to summarize myself for your interview, I would say that I'm a person who really cares about innovation. I mean I always believe that for survival in this world, innovation is very important, and not only for technology innovation, even management innovation or innovation in any area, because that is how the world will address a lot of problems, and that is how things are going to move up. So you should be more adaptable as well as have innovation in your mindset.
Hey Akhil, thank you very much for your great introduction, and it's good to know about you, your academics, your experience and your expertise. So guys, many of you would be thinking that what exactly is the ATL? I'll just brief about it. It is one of the aggressive initiative by our Prime Minister of India to establish innovative workplace in high schools based on the global living lab models, allowing a regular exchange of innovative ideas between the schools, teachers, expert mentors, NITI Aayog team, parents and other relevant stakeholders. So the objective of this scheme is to foster curiosity, creativity and imagination in young minds, and inculcate skills such as design, mindset, computational thinking, adaptive learning to empower critical thinking, communication and problem solving. So as on today, there are approximately 7,200 Atal Tinkering Labs which has been successfully established across India, and out of which 70% of them are either in the government schools or government aided schools, including girls or co-ed schools. So hope you got a brief understanding about the Atal Tinkering Lab. Okay, so here we go for the second question. So Akhil, we want to understand that why did you got influenced to this flagship initiative of Atal Tinkering Lab? Please narrate your perspective.
Okay, so for your second question, so Atal Tinkering Lab initiative is one of the first of its kind initiative in a country, overall world. If you take into consideration, it's one of the unique kind of initiative across the country. So to be very frank to you, if you ask me why I was influenced, first, yes, I am an academician, so that also is one of the reasons why I got influenced. So teaching is something teaching the students is something which I am doing it as a core activity of mine. So ATL is something which becomes a part of me. And secondly, as I said in the first part of my question, that I really believe the innovative ecosystem is what going to be the future of the world. And students who are at their early age, let's say from 9th standard to 12th standard, or sorry, 8th standard to 12th standard, to be very frank, these are the innovative minds. Where you have to really give the ecosystem to them, which can actually build on into something what the world needs for tomorrow. And future leaders are not going to be somebody who are just having some management degree or somebody who will have an engineering degree, but the person will have a degree as well as adaptability to all the technology and innovation which is happening around the world, and should have the vision to look forward. That's how things are going to be, even if we like it or not. That's how it to be. And ATL is something which is really giving that platform to students. That's what made me attract to ATL a lot. That is exactly what is required in the country like India. Point is, it is still a long way to go I mean, to really see that vision comes into reality, because the output of these things will come 4 to 5 years, because these students will, when they will become the technocrats of tomorrow, then only we will see the actual results. But it will take some time. But the point is, the roadmap is right. The roadmap is absolutely right, and this is the absolute time for ATL. I mean, the point is, there's a technology wave going all around. I mean, that's exactly what made me think that if I'm not in this wave for the students, I think I'm missing the bus. Not only students missing the bus, I'm missing the bus. I mean, that's the major reason why I thought that ATL is what is actually, this is where I need to contribute for the students.
Wow, that's great insight, Akhil. And I fully agree that what you said, that innovation ecosystem is going to be the future. Well, I'm so excited to tell you that the project, which was initially started like as a pilot project, has become one of the biggest and successful project of the country, Atal Tinkering Lab. And till today, around 1.1 lakh innovative projects has been created for social and cross-cultural collaborations, ethical leadership, and to help in building innovative solutions for India's unique problems. Well, in order to foster inventiveness among students, Atal Tinkering Lab do conduct different activities ranging from regional level, national level, and school level competitions and exhibitions or workshops. So you will agree that today we stand on the brink of a technological revolution, which will certainly alter the way we think, we live, we work, we shop, we eat, whatever we do. And this is called Industrial Revolution 4.0, which is a digital fusion actually of technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, autopilot vehicles, 3D printing, nanotechnology, material science, biotechnology, quantum computing, you name it, there are so many. So completely it's a digital revolution 4.0. So here is my third and the last question to you, Akhil. What are those 3 unique skills much required by the students for Industrial Revolution 4.0?
Okay, for the third question, I think it's a very good question, that what 3 unique skills you require for Industry 4.0. I want to really put forward some points before I go for the 3 unique skills. See, first of all, when you say about Industry 4.0, in my understanding, Industry 4.0 ecosystem is an ecosystem with that matter. It's not just having AI or ML in picture or just having blockchain or something like that. No, it's an ecosystem in which the machine interact with each other, and it's going to interact with the supply chain. That's exactly the core of an Industry 4.0 environment. And the point is, as a student who are going to be the future leaders, your job is not only to learn the art of coding or learn the art of AI or learn the art of machine learning. That is not the point. Point is how you can be a technocratic leaders of the tomorrow. I mean, how this Industry 4.0 you can utilize to make the world a better place. The first and foremost thing is to see a big picture. I mean, it looks like a very general quality, but that's not the point. It's a really crucial point. The point is, just because you learn AI or ML or coding, it doesn't make you an Elon Musk. It doesn't make you Steve Jobs. It doesn't make you Ratan Tata or anybody for that matter. You should have the ability to see the big picture, because when you see a big picture, you make a vision out of it. Out of the vision, you create the innovation. I mean, you cannot just create innovation because you know the codes. It never happens that way. There are millions of people who know codes in engineering, but everybody is not Bill Gates. That's very important. So you should have the vision of exactly what the world will look like in the next 10 years. You may not be right. Nobody is right for that matter. What will happen in 10 years? But point is, you should have the ability to conceptualize what is going to happen in the next 5-10 years. If you have that ability, you will be able to make a path. And that's really important, especially in the innovation field. When you say Industry 4.0, sir, when I'm talking to you, I'm telling you frankly, these students, when they are going to be the future leaders, it will be Industry 7.0. or 6.0 or something like that. They're like being a scientist and being APJ Abdul Kalam are two different things. I mean, you know the codes, you know the things, you know your engineering, but point is to have a vision for the India. That's what made him what he is. I mean, that's exactly the main point I want to say. The second thing very important is a problem-solving approach. Now, again, this point looks very general. It is a very crucial point. What is the problem-solving approach? I see many students, and see, I'm a professor, I'm telling you, I see many students who are very good in codes, but they do nothing. I mean, not to criticize, I'm saying don't do nothing means they are not able to solve problems. They will be able to replicate the codes, they will be able to replicate something and to create some apps which is already available somewhere, but they are not able to innovate. That happens because they are not able to see a solution for a problem. I mean, if you see Flipkart or Ola, all these things, if you see the business model they had started off, it's actually a problem which was happening on the ground. People are not getting, the groceries on time, and there was lack of online payment system, or there was lack of having a taxi sharing system. All these were problems which we generally talk day to day. But to find that as a problem and try to fix it out is what makes them innovators. I mean, you don't need to have a degree in BTech to engineering to have an innovation. That's exactly what I'm trying to again say. Especially from the Indian perspective, because we were talking about ATL. I mean, if the students wants to be tomorrow's front leaders in the world, Indian students want to be the front leaders of the world. The most important thing is have a problem-solving approach. I mean, that is the approach which I think very, very crucial, and they should do it. And third very important quality, I want to really say that, and I think I say it many times in many of the forums wherever I go, is to have the intention to make the world a better place. Then what happens, most of your ideas will be to solve the real problems of the world. And that these criteria is very important to make sure you are in the front of tomorrow's Industry 4.0 world. Many people may say AI and ML you should learn and all those things, but I will really say these three are going to be the main leaders of Industry 4.0. To see a big picture, second, problem-solving approach, third, making the world a better place. And I'm telling you why I'm saying it. Majority of the successful CEOs today, if you see, in the tech space, are actually not may have a degree in engineering, but they are actually not working like scientists. Even if you take the case of Steve Jobs, yes, he was technical and everything, but you should understand that it was his conceptualization of the design of iPod or the iPhone which actually surprised everybody in the world. That's exactly so. Just to conclude the point, I have three things to say: to see the big picture, have a problem-solving approach, and make the world a better place. Thank you.
Wow, Akhil, I'm really very impressed by your detailed response. And I would like to express my gratitude for you to spare your time and inspiring many students across India. Guys, truly I believe that this mission could not be so successful without the contribution of each and everyone. And here I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all the parents, the teachers, the mentors, IITs, IIMs, government organizations, public companies, tech giant companies, IT organization, all of them have supported well. And last but not the least, the AIM team and the able leadership of NITI Aayog. I would like to say that this is a massive revolution, and it is all happening because of the big vision of our beloved Prime Minister, Honorable Shri Narendra Modi. This is happening because of the able leadership of the Vice Chairman of NITI Aayog, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, the CEO of NITI Aayog, Shri Amitabh Kant, the Mission Director of Atal Innovation Mission, Dr. Chintan Vaishnav and Mr. Ramanan, and definitely a dedicated team, Miss Deepika, Miss Swati Rao, Miss Madhuri, Mr. Ronak, Miss Naba, Miss Varya. They are really working hard to make this happen. And finally, all the students who are really the center of attraction, who are learning and growing from innovator to entrepreneur. This episode is sponsored by rkswealth.com, a fastest growing company, promises to be your partner into the journey of financial freedom. Hope that you have enjoyed the session and looking forward to see you next Monday with a new personality, the new regional mentor of change from different state of India. Till then, stay safe and stay motivated. Have a pleasant evening. Goodbye.
Appreciate your time to join this week's episode. We hope that you have enjoyed the knowledge and content as shared by the regional mentor of change. We would like to convey our sincere thanks to NITI Aayog, AIM team, and all the sponsors. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, and review. And you can also share it with others on your social media and WhatsApp groups. This show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and you can choose your favorite channel. Join us again on next Monday to meet exciting new personality from a different region of India. To catch all the latest podcast from Mr. Vinod Tiwari, you can follow him on Instagram at I am Vinod Tiwari. See you next Monday. Have a pleasant evening.